In this video, we're going to focus on how we can create a Onhover effect here that if we hover over a bar segment, it will convert the cursor into a pointer in chartjs 4. So to do this, the first thing what we need to do is make sure you have the border template, which you can find on chartjs3.com getting started. Once you're on here, scroll down and copy this chunk of code and you're good to go. Next, if you want to have the source code of this video and many others, check out my Patreon page. And of course, got a question, put it on Discord. So what we're going to do here is something very basic, but chartjs have this option, but it's not really clear. So let me show you what we're going to do. Every time I hover on this slice, I would like to see this cursor change into a pointer. To do that, we go into the options, and in the options, we have the ability to add a Onhover effect. And this Onhover effect gives us a lot of extra options, and let's start to explore some of them. Let's just say here we have the event and the chart elements, and then we do here arrow function expression, and then in here we're going to make a comma and let's do a console log. And then if we do this, and we can say here, for example, the event, we can see now when we hover over a specific segment, it will trigger the event and it will describe us the X and Y coordinates, the event itself, which is a mouse move, and all the basic information. However, what is more interesting is the chart element. Basically, it tells us once we're hovering on a specific bar element, in that case, it will give us all the additional information here, the elements, etc., etc. So what we can do here then is change some of these items. And for example, in this case, it's just nice to have here a cursor. So let's do that one. What we can do here. What I need is go in the event again and open up here. You can see here we have the native. And native gives us the mouse event and indicates what will happen after. So then what we're going to look for here is the target, which is basically the canvas. So when we are hovering on this item here, we hover on a specific bar slice in the canvas, and then we can go here, and when you have the target, it shows all the information, and then we can go here down to the CSS of style. I'm going to look at the style here, click here on the triple dots, and then we see here the style, there we are, which is a CSS style. And then in here we could just say the cursor. Let's look for C for the cursor, the U, there we are, which is right now set on default. So we can change that, and if we do change it, once we hover over the slice, it will convert the mouse point, the cursor, into a pointer. Let's start to do this. So we're going to say here dot native dot target style and then dot cursor. And then what we would like to do here, we will say that this chart element, basically if I hover on top of, or if we are on hovering a bar element, in that case it says we have one value popping up at least. In that case, convert this into a pointer. And else, if we're moving away from it, I would like to go back to a default cursor. So let's save that, semicolon here, save, refresh, and now as you can see here, if I move away, it changes it, but if I hover on top of it, on any of our specific slice or elements, you will see that it just changes nicely, and that's it.